Hello, Synergy people. I'm saying Synergy people because this video is probably more aimed at the Synergy people. People that already have invested in Synergy. And well, if you haven't, now there's the time to do it. Because when in the beginning, Synergy offered you a variety of modules that were kind of, they were great, but a little bit more one-trick ponies. Because they had shared EQs, they had gain, but kind of channel 1 and 2 of each module was similar. Now we are entering the golden age of modules. Because with the Bogner modules, the Ecstasy and the Überschall, there's a myriad of sounds in each module. With the Engel modules, so many options. And now we have Fryette modules, formerly known as VHT, super coveted amps. These things pack so much in one module that most 2-3 channel amps are not able to cover the tonal versatility of those Fryette modules. And we're going to start with the Deliverance module. Now the Deliverance 1, and as you can see right there, this is Series 2. So this is the Deliverance, based on the Deliverance Mark II, I guess. My buddy Alex is a big Marshall JCM fan. He always wanted a JCM. And I said, well, look at options. And that was 10 years ago. And he bought a Deliverance. And I think it was the 60. There's a 60 and 120, I think. And people at the shop told him, well, this is kind of the Marshall killer. If you're looking for that JCM rhythm, get the Deliverance. And he did. And he still has that amp. He's not looking back. He's happy as a clam. That's something people say, I think. I don't know. Happy clam? I don't know. He loves that damn thing. You'd have to pry it from his cold dead hands when he dies. And now there's a module. An even improved one. So I even have the JCM on. I don't think it's trying to be a JCM. It's so much more than what the JCM can give you. But let's just roughly compare it. Of course, the JCM has 34s, EL34s. This has 6L6s in it. I think you can run it with 34s, but obviously the Synergy modules can go into the Syn 1, the Syn 2 rack enclosures, the Syn 30, or the Syn 50. So that's 50 watt, 6L6. I'm going into the AUX with a creamback loaded cab. That's a little bit rounder and less aggressive than the V30s. I personally like it. However, with this module, you don't need more aggressive because this packs a serious punch. I tried it with Aaron Short at NAMM and in the Syn 30, and we were blown away. So let me see if I can kind of run you through the controls because there's a lot to discover here. We have a bright switch, and that's Bobby. Bobby, can I help you? Bobby, bright switch? He's hiding behind the table back there. So he's a fan of the bright switch. And there are 2 gain controls on each channel. There's the green channel in this case and the red channel. Green channel, red channel. And I have a foot controller on the floor to do that. Now, the first gain, as you increase it, shifts the tonal balance to a lower register. So where it's here a little bit more high mid and high emphasized, all of a sudden this emphasizes more bass and low mids. Okay? So with more gain comes more responsibility or more low end. Whereas gain 2 is actually increasing frequency response across the board. And by playing with both in different settings, you can already get a lot of different sounds. Then there's the more switch, which is more gain. Treble, middle, and bass. Shared EQ section on these. And then there's a presence and depth control, which of course is great on the actual amp because it's controlling the power amp section. Whereas here, this is a preamp module. So Steve Fryette tried to have the preamp kind of behave as if it has that power amp section built in. And you have an option to pretty much have that off, so they don't do anything. To have it on, so that they affect both channels, or only on, check this out, when you go into the red channel. So it's automatically on, which means you can give the red channel a depth boost, a presence boost, and that's really cool to get even more sounds out of it. That's pretty much it. You know everything that I just said, because you hopefully listened. We're going to start with channel 1, which is the green channel. Bright switch down. No more gain. And here we should probably have... Oh, this is, by the way, a... what's this called? It's an Eastman SV59 violin varnish, one-piece mahogany body, handmade, Lola Imperial pickups. It's a kick-ass guitar for under $2,000. Check them out if you can. So, here are some sounds. No, they're not. Here we go. Well, not a lot of gain, obviously. So let's try increasing gain 1. Haha! We can already feel some heftiness coming in, which is where the bright switch can balance it out. If you're increasing gain 1, pulling up the bright switch might be a good idea. Now that's already a pretty damn kick-ass rock sound. And gain-wise, I think we're kind of almost where the JCM says, I'm done. So right here, let's try to compare it. I don't know if anyone ever claimed it's a JCM other than that salesman at the shop. But check it out, especially, and I gotta say this, for our American friends, given that in the US, a JCM 800 right now is $3,000. $3,000. You can buy a Syn 50 and these Fryette modules or other modules for less than the one-channel JCM. It doesn't say Marshall on it, but you know, it says Synergy on it, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I also have to go into the high input on the JCM. It's got more volume, okay. We can give it volume. JCM is a little bit more gain, okay, so we give it a little bit more gain. Actually, let's click the more switch. So a little bit more volume and a little bit more treble. JCM is a tiny little bit more bass. which one am I on now? I'm gonna venture a guess here and say you don't know. I don't know. Well, I can read the number over there. There is no doubt in my mind that you can get identical sounds to one of the most classic amps ever. But that classic amp ever right now has a 3-band EQ and the gain is fully maxed, and that's it, and that's all I can get from it. And this is just the starting point of this Deliverance module. That's utterly freaking ridiculous. Let's go. If you don't want it that round, back gain off a bit, gain 1, kick in more gain. That's ridiculous. I haven't even played with that power amp presence and depth section. So let's do that. We kick it on, and here's presence. Sounds more like a high mid boost, but really high mid. Ridiculously tight, fat, sparkly rhythm sounds. Ridiculous. Low, or the depth. I'm not on drop D, haha. That's more the genty. Kind of have a feeling it doesn't need a lot more lows. So yeah, you got some massively amazing rock rhythms here. Yeah. Massive tones.
Commercial time.
Vanessa says it's commercial time. I'd love to show you channel 2, but Vanessa wants to eat. Therefore, it's commercial time. Here's a paid advertisement by our friends from Sweetwater, presented to you by...
Life hasn't been the same since the accident. You wouldn't think it was possible to shred off your entire hands, but that's exactly what's happened. Even simple tasks have become an impossibility. The worst part is, now I can't partake in Sweetwater's Guitar Month. So many excellent deals on acoustic and electric guitars, amplifiers, pedals and accessories, and I can't click or swipe on any of them. All of these great prices only last until September 30th, and my hands won't have healed by then. I can't take advantage of the exclusive offers, the 48-month financing, or the bonus bucks kickbacks. Don't be like me. Use your hands and check out Sweetwater's Guitar Month today.
Yeah, annoying ad. I know, but now at least you know where to buy this stuff. Because Sweetwater carries synergy, and they're also nice. So why not put an ad in the middle? Exactly. That's why. Now channel 2. Feels it has a tiny bit more gain. But we also start low again. I'm going to have to interrupt this again. There is a roundness to it, but a tonal balance that's almost unequaled, if you ask me. It feels as a roundness, a ploppiness in the attack, but still total clarity. It's not sterile clarity like you get from other amps where all the notes are there, but it's missing some, it's got all the, but then also, and I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's just. So we're gonna kick in more of this. Come the fuck on. This is tonal perfection. Holy hell, how it responds to the volume. I, of course, boosted all the mids here, but come on. And then if I go to The other one, this was just one channel. I can obviously set that up completely differently without tapping into that depth and presence section there. And foot switch. Deliverance Module. I'm sorry, this is my first real interaction with it, and it's tonal bliss, pure brilliance. It is modern rock, everything you want, including the leads. It's classic rock stuff. It's pretty much, I'm gonna say it, Synergy can't say it, but you know what? Fuck him. I can say it. It's a JCM and everything that you want after that. You want the JCM but more, and that's why you're boosting it with a stupid tube screamer. Yeah, that's in there. And why you're boosting it with a tube screamer? A, you want more gain, and B, you want it leaner in the low end. It can do that. It can do that by itself. And then, oh, look, there's a second channel. And then, oh, look, it responds to the, and holy hell in a hand grenade. What the? Holy hell in a hand grenade base. I can't say it. Holy hell in a hand grenade basket. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what a hand grenade basket is, but I don't know. Ask your grandma. If you have a Synergy system and you're playing rock, why in the world wouldn't you get that for $3.99? Or whatever Sweetwater sells it for right now, that is Guitar Month. If you don't own a Synergy system, and you're looking for rock sounds, why the hell wouldn't you get that? If you're looking into a JCM and you're in the US and you're like, oh my God, $3,000, is Marshall insane? Yes, they are at the moment. And then you get this. If you're in Europe, it's only marginally more expensive to get a Syn 50 head and the module than actually getting a one-channel Marshall. It doesn't say Marshall on it. I mean, but let's not just say it's a JCM. It's so much more. It's possibly some of the best rhythms and easily dialed in rhythms that I've ever had the pleasure of playing. I now want to produce a whole fat-ass rock album just with that. And you could. Get a Syn 1, plop it in there, and get a Torpedo, a Cab M, put that behind it. You're pretty much good to go, if you ask me. Thank you, Synergy. This was amazing. This was an unpaid video, by the way. I'm not charging them for that. I, however, do get to keep the module because they're not getting that shit back. Trust me. And we'll put some of those pesky animals at the end.